Welcome, guys, to Rebel Rock. It's another week of goodness. This week, it looks like it's just myself and Richard Brian Kahn. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I don't know what happened to Nick Grandchamp. I thought he was going to join, but I guess not. But we already got three people watching, so that's a plus right there. We have a lot to talk about tonight, don't we?
It's 5 of us. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, on the show tonight, we have a show review from you because you went to a show. We're going to do that. We're also going to talk about an amp that I just got back. We're going to talk about some vinyl pickups.
Breaking up a little bit on me. I can't even hear you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This ain't good. And also, we're going to be talking about, well, I got in a practice room with the dudes for the first time in over a year. So we got plenty to talk about tonight.
I can barely hear you. This is weird. All right. You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. What's up, Lincoln? Good to have you, bud. Bear with us in our technical difficulties here.
That's awesome.
Richard Brian Kahn, can you hear everything? Is everything? Oh, we've lost him. We've lost him, folks. All right, but we got some people. We got Lincoln hanging out. We got Jeff. Oh, no Jeff. We got Anna, though. Anna. And, well, it looks like Jeff's still at work. Just me. I'm thinking about it. Lincoln, what are you up to, bud? Are you busy tonight? You want to join in? This might be a good night to get you on the show. Oh,
I just got kicked off. It's real weird.
You got booted out.
I don't know what just happened. I've been having troubles with the internet and my phone. It's been bad.
I mean, you look good. It sounds clear. I mean,
yeah, like you keep breaking up and you're just there for like 10 seconds. So you can hear me?
Yeah, no, everything looks good. Signal looks great. So I think we're good.
Awesome. And I didn't hear anything you just said for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, it was just filler. Don't worry about that. Let's see here. You know what? Why don't we you want to get Lincoln in the talks tonight? You want to get Lincoln in the
bring him in?
All right.
Get in?
Yeah, we're gonna get him in right now. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try something out. We've never done this before, so we don't know how this is gonna go. Lincoln, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the link. I'm going to post it in the comment, and all you got to do is click it. As long as you're on your Google as your search engine, I do believe you should be able to pop right in. So I'm going to post it in the chat right here, and you can join in, hopefully. So, like we were talking about, we got a lot to talk about tonight. You went to a show. Richard Brian Kahn, can you hear me still?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's better than it was, so I'm just going to roll with it because you freeze a lot on my end. Maybe it's my end. I don't know. Could just be the internet at the moment.
Yeah, it could be a little wacky like that. Have you so you went to a show. Why don't you talk about the show a little bit?
Yeah, so I saw 5 bands. The headliner was Black Dahlia.
So you went to a show. Why don't you talk about the show a little bit? Lincoln.
Yeah, so I saw.
So you need to mute your stream.
It's like, yeah, did you just say that? It's funny.
How's that?
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
What's up?
Awesome.
All right, man. So we got a show review right now.
Yeah.
Richard Brian Kahn's going to tell us all about it, and maybe we'll ask him a few questions. We got a video to show of some footage, but we'll cue that up. So once we get to that point, it's going to be good. So RBK, tell us all about this.
So I haven't been to a show in 2.5 years probably. So my friend Bip, good, like one of my best friends, he's really into a band called Black Dahlia Murder. And I know that. And I saw that this was a tour coming around, and I sent it to him. He's like, all right. And he bought the tickets immediately. So I was like, I was in on it 3 months like ahead of time. So it was good. So it's Black Dahlia. Well, I'll start from the beginning. So Undeath opened, and they're a death metal band, like a real raw new death metal band. They're very good. Second was Rivers of Nil, and that's more on the progressive side, I guess. They're not really up my alley. They're from Pennsylvania, and I know I've seen them or played with them like 10 years ago, but they're a lot different. They're like Opeth, like if you heard of Opeth. They're more on the Opeth side, so it's like death metal, but then it gets real like progressive, like Dream Theater-ish without
I gotcha.
with keyboards, and they had some triggered drums that sounded really bad in my opinion. And then there was Carnifex, which is like they've been around for a long time. They're kind of like in the Suicide Silence, but more like slam genre of death metal. I won't even say they're death metal, but they've been around a long time and they're still playing. And then After the Burial played, and they're more like on the gent, style of prog rock, the gent stuff, like
Oh yeah, all over the place. This would
they're really good. And every band sounded amazing. Like the sound was great. It wasn't like where I left and my ears were like bleeding. You would think after a death metal show, you'd be like, oh, you'd have a headache leaving. Sound was amazing. It was sold out. It was good. Black Dahlia was good. I don't have much to say about them because I don't know any of their stuff. And everybody was like crowd surfing to them, which was cool. It was like Municipal Waste, thrash vibe there. Everybody was just crowd surfing, not a lot of moshing, just crowd surfing.
Well, why don't we take a little sneak peek here at some of the footage you shot from the show? Who is this that you shot?
Undeath. So the first band.
So this was the opening band right here. All right. So
That's pretty sick.
yeah, that sounded great. I mean, those dudes can shred, and that drummer was this, especially at the end there, where he just like double times it. Richard Brian Kahn, you still with us, bud? Oh,
that was weird.
All kinds of technical.
Right there. This is a weird show. It's awesome.
And he's out. He's out again.
Shit.
It looks like. Oh, and he's back again.
Is it just me?
It's just you, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I'll put my phone. Could be my phone because my phone doesn't work very well. I can't get on Facebook or like anything. It's real weird.
Facebook's been down.
Yeah, it's been acting all kinds of weird.
All right, so that was a 6 show. That's what I'm gonna say. It wasn't hot in there. It was just great, but it was sold out. I mean, there's probably 700 people in there, I would say. But everybody was masked up. It was cool. It's weird
You were
seeing.
looking pretty close to the front.
Yeah, that was just for the first band because
I was about to say you wouldn't get that close by the time the headliner was going on unless you were fighting for it.
I would say at least like 400 people are in there when they played, which is unheard of for an opening band on any metal show. So when no one can even read your logo, can you read that?
I mean, there's something. The opening band always was the most intriguing for me on like the big showcases, like when it was coming through, because you knew that band was working the hardest. They were the most legit in a lot of ways.
Yeah, they're on Prosthetic, which isn't really a good label. They kind of like been terrible to some of the bands that are really good on their label, but it's pretty cool.
It's cool, man. It's charming. You know, you support the little guys on the show. I mean, that's what it's all about, right?
It's just a black vinyl too. That's all they had. They had cassettes, but they're sold out. They have CD for like $10, but that was 25. They had a hoodie for like 40, but I can't pay $40 for a hoodie. So.
I mean, the RBK 20 years ago might have.
I don't know, $40.
It's so expensive. I know it.
And I knew I was buying that, so I got that.
I mean, Lincoln, you buying $40 hoodies at shows?
No.
Oh.
Most I'm willing to spend is maybe like 30 at very most.
I mean, what if it's a really nice zip up? You know, it's got a nice graphic on the front and the back. I mean, maybe 40.
Maybe. It's got to be really good, though.
Yeah. I don't think I'm the same boat. I would be cheap about it too.
There's a long sleeve I wanted for, it was like 30, but I was like, the vinyl was 25, and I'm like, I really want that vinyl. And like online, it's like 20, but my buddy couldn't order them anyways, so these are only like with them. So,
which makes it special, you know. It's something you remember the show by. You know, you're supporting the smallest band on the bill, and then you got that out of the bathroom.
Yeah, I stole this. Pretty dope. I'm not going to this, but I got the poster for it. So what's that?
I mean, I would go see that with Raekwon.
Yeah, it's like $80 though. I don't know.
I mean, I'd rather go see that for $80 and go see fucking Guns N' Roses for, you know, $150 in Gillette Stadium. It just, that show, that's nothing. I don't want to see a stadium show. Give me a club that holds 1,500 people, and I'll pay the $80 to see 3, you know, hip hop stars like that.
Yeah.
What's the most you're willing to spend on a concert ticket?
I personally wouldn't spend more than $75.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. So yeah, everybody check them out. Undeath.
Undeath. All right. Well, thanks for the review. That was great.
Yeah, if you like Cannibal Corpse and you know that old style of death metal, it's definitely in that era.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember metal when it was just metal. So like I have know all these subgenres of metal. I don't really know. I know black metal. I know some death metal, some grind, and like, but then it starts breaking up into subsets on those as well. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah. I can't keep track of it. It's too much.
Like groove, like those old bands at one point, even though they're going da 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 da, they would get a groove on, and you could just like go. You know, you could headbang to it, not just all the time, like in your face too much.
Oh, you don't like that when it's just blasting you in the face for 2 minutes straight?
Yeah.
You know what? This week I got my amp back. I got my Marshall Jmp Amp, and so here's the story of the Marshall Jmp Amp. Back in 2002, I sold my Mesa Boogie dual rectifier head, which is a really, really nice head. A lot of people love those heads. I did not. I sold it, went on eBay, purchased a 1980 Jmp Marshall head. I paid $700 for it. I get it in the mail. I plug it in. It turns on. It works for all of 30 seconds and then fries out. I was okay with it though. It was $700 for a Marshall. Even 20 years ago, that was a good price, really. So I spent $300 more, got it fixed up. It was the sweetest sounding amp I've ever heard. That was the same amp that was used on like Hate to Be Loved for River City Rebels. It's what Patty Bowe used to use. So that amp was, in use for years. We moved out to Seattle. It got left out there because it stopped working and we didn't have the room to bring it back. So my old bass player's brother pretty much inherited the amp because I couldn't afford to have it shipped out here. He had it all fixed up. It was working. He was using it. And then last year, Patty Bowe bought it off of him for $1,500. And then that's where it gets back to the East Coast. Patty Bowe tells me months back, he's like, hey, I'm thinking about selling the Jmp. I'm like, well, I got to buy it then because originally it was mine. So I give Patty Bowe $1,300, drive down to New Jersey a couple months ago. I pick it up, bring it home. So as you can do the math now, I bought it originally once for $700, paid $300 to fix it. So we had $1,000 there. And then I had to rebuy it again off Patty Bowe for another $1,300. So do the math on that. And I got it from Patty Bowe. It was all fucked up. The Tolex on it was nasty. So what we did was we had it all refurbished, refinished, cleaned up. And so the final product is this.
Ooh,
I like it.
There it is right there.
that's dank.
So, and that would cost me $500 to do that. But it's like the dream setup, man. I fired it up today and just on one, I mean, the house was shaking, like just like blows your fucking ears out. And the thing visually is just stunning. So originally, Hate to Be Loved era, we spray painted all our cabs pink. So now it's actually legit pink. So the amp has history. It means something, and it ended up costing me like $2,800 when everything was all said and done for this Marshall amp. But it's it's priceless right there.
That's
I like that Rancid record down there.
Oh yeah. That's some of the. I've been snagging up records like crazy. But what do you guys think? Did it come out the way that it should have?
It looks good.
Yes.
Looks beautiful.
I feel like we're never gonna see. You're never gonna see another one like that. You might, but
Rex pink ones. Dinosaur Jr. guy. He's got some cool.
He's got some purple ones,
like
I think.
blue ones, like weird ones. It's cool, Marshall, man. I need a Marshall again.
Yeah. So
And the pink just really fits with the whole Hate to Be Loved thing,
yeah, that's what I thought. And if anything, it was a tribute to that time period, which was probably, potentially the greatest time period of my life for just being alive and doing shit and make things happen. So I feel like just looking at that as a reminder of it's kind of like a trophy, There was no gold record for that album, but you know what? There's a pink Jmp Marshall amp.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Lincoln, you got some nice posters back there, bro.
Oh, thanks. I just set this corner up. I've got like the whole here. I'll got the whole
Nice
set up, and then
it's a great looking setup right there.
I just set it up. I'm super happy with it.
Yeah, it's important to have that spot. You just hang out and just relax. You listen to music. You visually have stuff around you that makes you feel good. Yeah. Unfortunately, Richard Brian Kahn at this point doesn't have that because he's got a family that's like, nope, that ain't happening.
Oh, Dan, do you like my shirt?
Oh, I do. That's awesome, man. Good for.
I got listening to him after Andy was on, and I really like him. Yeah,
they're great band, great dudes. So way to go for supporting them.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I just cleaned up my room. Like I finally have my basement to the point where I'm like, this is it. I'm done. We're good. listen to music, write music, relax. I'm loving it.
I see a banana box in the back.
Oh, that's my cat Todd likes to jump into the records under there. So I got to put a box in front of it. Otherwise, he'll get in there and try to eat the plastic.
My cat sits on my record player. It's real weird all the time, even when it's not playing. Like he'll even jump up there when it's playing. It's terrible.
Well, I mean, that's better than jumping on records, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's weird. He's just weird.
My cat just climbs the walls in this room because they're wood. This is the basement, so.
Oh, yeah. Digs right in.
Yeah.
Any music finds this week, guys? Did you guys go out hunting? What'd you guys find?
Yeah, I got something.
Oh, Lincoln's got some stuff.
Let me find it. It was a little bit ago, a couple weeks, but.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's such a good album.
I haven't listened to it yet. I listened to a handful of tracks, and I like it.
Great band.
And it grows on you. The more you listen to it, the more you understand. You realize that the Ramones are snagging. You know, they love the Bay City Rollers. So it's like, man, if Ramones love Bay City Rollers, I should figure out why that was.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Richard Brian Kahn, what'd you find?
Here's something that's not music related I found.
Oh, the Bootios lunchbox.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? And it has some Jeff Hardy arm things inside, which, I mean, we're not talking about wrestling. But I was taking my trash out, and there's a bunch of CDs in a box by my neighbor's trash.
Is that a Tool album?
Yeah, but none of the CDs were in it. I just needed the case. I actually had the CD loose, so that's pretty cool. But it's funny because it has like the cow. It's like licking its butthole. Kind of weird. Anyways, that's with like sober and prison sex. That's long.
That was the first big one, right? That was the one I was on
Yeah,
MTV. That's when I got into them.
They had those videos. You were like,
oh, so creepy.
yeah,
like
they're creepy, bro.
Stop motion.
Oh my god, you watched those?
How many Tool albums were there?
At that point, 2 when that came out.
Okay.
They had an EP, and then that came out, and then Anima came out, which is like their best album, but pretty cool. Oh,
Yeah.
There's some more disturbing stuff I'll show you inside. We won't get taken down, but it's just kind of weird, like the stuff that's in here.
All right.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's
That hurts. This is probably the most bizarre.
oh yeah, that's different.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, I guess I don't remember the I had that. I don't remember ever.
Yeah, you probably didn't look in there, so good thing you didn't. Anyways, Tool's still pretty cool, but I really don't listen to Tool at all anymore. But I needed that. Anyways,
I got to get more into them. I mean, I've heard their big stuff, but I got to get into the more uncommon stuff.
Yeah.
Real Big
Fish. Real Big Fish.
Just for my Mojo collection. You know, I like some songs out there, so I'm going to grab that.
Are you talking about Mojo Records?
Yeah, Mojo.
Oh, like that's a deep cut right there, RBK. No one else is going to know that was Mojo Records. I think I might be the only other nerd out there that's like, oh, Mojo Records.
And them and it's in my record player still, but or the CD player. But yeah, them and Goldfinger, I like them a lot too. My wife likes Goldfinger a lot too. So
Those albums were huge. I loved those all. That was huge for that time.
I still have that like loose somewhere, but we didn't have the case, so I'm always about cases. And I had Concrete Blonde.
Oh, Concrete Blonde, yep.
And I'll stop.
Ain't bad.
Pretty gothy for the time period.
Yeah. So this week I went out. I found a few things, but I'm not going to show that because what I did was go on Discogs, and I went a little bit nuts. I started buying stuff. This first thing I bought was this Gen X Kiss Me Deadly album. So Generation X was Billy Idol's first band. Incredible. This is the last Generation X album, and it's probably my favorite out of all of them. The first couple albums were a little more straight ahead. This is more, I don't know, they got dub influence and all kinds of cool arpeggios. That's a cool record you just don't see. So
you never see that. That's awesome. You got that.
You would never ever come across that short of just ordering it online. Same with the Undertones.
I don't know much about them.
I don't know them
Undertones
either.
were a punk band, late 70s from Ireland. A couple big songs, but this album is their second one. What I like about this is, like, you can tell these guys were just having fun. It has a bunch of tour photos from when they were in the United States, opening for The Clash, opening for Bo Diddley, and they're just, you can tell they look like kids. They're just they were kids, just having fun.
Looks cool.
Once again, really solid stuff. And a record. It's their second album. You just wouldn't see it anywhere else. Snagged up the second Billy Idol record.
Sexy. That's awesome.
And this has the original cover, which is cool.
Yeah.
They end up changing that cover.
Yeah, I don't have that cover. Jelly on that.
Patti Smith, Wave. This is the fourth album from Patti Smith. It has the song Frederick on it, which was about her husband, Fred Smith, from this MC5. I listened to this album. What's that, RBK?
I don't ever see her stuff, even on CD.
Yeah, I come across every once in a while. Like,
never.
Yeah, it's not a lot though. We finally, the girlfriend ordered me a copy of this, so it's. I can't believe I didn't have this is my favorite album of all time. I've had it, on CD multiple times over. I've never had vinyl for it though. This is obviously a repress, but it's real nice. It's a dual LP.
I've looked at the vinyl for the longest time, but it's always way too expensive for me.
It was $32, and normally I'm like, I can't, but I'm like, you know what? I don't care this time. We're doing it. The same with this. I didn't have this on vinyl. This is a repress, but it's beautiful. It's $20 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna go run and grab my charger. I'll be right back.
Okay. And then the last one, RBK, is the first Gary Glitter album, which just sexy. Like, that's, I know cool. Gary Glitter's a total creep, but at the same time, man.
Yeah, I would grab that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and all the best part, all those are like under $12 each.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, some good stuff is not very expensive on vinyl. It's just what's popular. As long as it's not Pink Floyd, you'll be able to get a record for like $10 usually. It's just like a good band.
Yeah, you guys have any more music pickups this week?
Lincoln, you got something for some stuff?
I got video games I can show, but no music.
Oh.
I found a laser disc.
T2, yep.
Cool. So sometimes in records, I find laser discs. Pretty dope. I don't know. I paid $1 for it because they thought it was a record. So I'm not mad at that. My buddy Bip has a record store, so he held this for me.
Never listened to Prince.
Oh, Prince is awesome.
It's an acoustic album he never put out, I guess, back when he was still the Symbol. So it was just in his vault, and he put it out. So. Have you listened to it yet? Yeah. What do you think? It's not bad. It's no songs you've ever heard of because it never was put out. So. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I grabbed it because this is the only way you can get it. So pretty cool for my Prince collection. You know how I go on that. Yeah, you love your Prince. And he picked us up for my wife, Clues. Oh, yep. That I definitely checked that out after you recommended it last time. Yeah, she likes Islands a lot. So, and they were a band called Unicorns. So this is like half the band, and then the other band's called Islands. So it's like a band split in two, but they're called Unicorns. So now they're
Unicorns
kind
is
of
good.
music is that?
A couple albums. What's up, Lincoln?
I said, what kind of music is that?
real crazy indie music, very progressive, out there. It's cool. It's not a bad listen, so that's cool. Shit. I found this at Goodwill yesterday.
That's awesome. What are the chances you're going to find a framed Radiohead poster? How much you pay for that?
$10.
Oh, I'd pay $10 for that.
Yeah. And it's like taped in there. So I hope they didn't like cut it. It's obviously it's definitely a little wider than they put in some, I don't know, like a seashell or something would have been in that picture. Seems like in somebody's beach house. But
I mean, it's
cool.
a great looking poster with that frame too.
Yeah, it's Tom York's artwork, so that's kind of cool. But it's a promo for, I guess, a record store. Not bad, huh? I'd pay $10 for that, would you?
Yeah, I would have bought it for $10 too.
I did.
Lincoln, you like Radiohead?
Haven't got into them. I need to though. I know everybody loves them.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Like the first, up until the last couple albums, I thought were just perfection, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of lost me after Amnesiac, like Hail to the Thief and what was the other one called?
In Rainbows?
Yeah. It's like they were okay to me, but like I really like Kid A and Amnesiac, and OK Computer is like real out there. But that kind of like brought me into.
Yeah, OK Computer was the gateway in for a lot of us.
And they were so electronic on that. That's what's amazing. But they went electronic. Cool. You got some more? You want me to show some more vinyls?
Yeah, man. What else you got?
I was listening to this earlier because I've never listened to Greg, but it was like, it's immaculate. So I get a lot of stuff, even though I'll trade it in my buddy's store because he deals with a lot of classic stuff. So when stuff's like in real good condition, I grab it. Regardless, it's like $1 or whatever. This go on your pile.
Oh, I'm pumped about that. How did you? By the way, you asked me. Well, like you showed it, and you're like, "You want this?" Like, how did you know that I would like Al Stewart?
No idea.
You just like.
No idea. It's just the cover looked cool, and I listened to it at home, and then I was like, "Man, I think Dan would like this because
Yeah, no,
sounds
Al Stewart's great.
Yeah, that's cool stuff. More?
I'm pumped. You got more? What else you got?
Double. One of these is going.
I'm
really
pumped
cool.
on that too. I'd never heard that album, and I was rocking it the other day. I was loving it.
So he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for most people at show back in the 80s because let's say he did electronic music, but he was the first to put like a light show to it, which would draw people to like be out there, on drugs probably, more than likely. But yeah, like, so he's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Like he had hundreds of thousands of people come to his shows in France or wherever he's from. But it's just all instrumental, just like trance music, but without like hard beats like you have now.
Yeah,
like
no, I rocked it at work the other day, and I was loving it. Just great atmosphere, you just pop it on, and you just get lost in it. Really, really fun listen.
I can check
it's
that
cool.
out.
The beats come in way later, which is cool because you have to listen to the beats. Yeah, I got this Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It's like a live album.
I could never get into them.
But it's got 3 albums in it. So it's kind of cool.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, and they're real nice. So I'll probably trade this in. They like perform their albums on each of these, like in full. So
that's gonna be worth a few bucks, right?
No.
No.
but it's all here and good. It's probably like a $10 record. Emerson, Lake and Palmer stuff's not very expensive, which is kind of weird. It's not like King Crimson and Pink Floyd. Everybody wants that stuff. So.
Yeah.
In the Prague area.
So
what you got,
this
Dan?
week, this week, guys, I got in a practice room with members of the River City Rebels for the first time in over a year. And I'll tell you
How'd
what,
that feel?
it felt great. It felt really, really good to just get everyone in a room and turn up. Our bass player's hands all messed up. She trains dogs. She got bit, and she's messed up, nerve damage stuff. So it's going to be a while. Petty Bo's down in New Jersey playing bass for Susie. He's busy. So what? The rest of us are like, you know what? We're starting something brand new, and we wrote the first song. So we got one song under our belt, and we're pretty much all local, so we're going to be able to do some damage here sooner than later. But I was stoked. It felt great. My throat's all fucked up from it, as you can kind of hear a little bit, because I haven't screamed or fucking sang in a while.
Is it going to be like a whole new band, or is it still going to be Rebels?
I mean, it's a whole new band, but it's essentially the Rebels. You know, it's like you know the Descendants, the band Descendants.
Yeah.
You know how they had their band after Milo left called All?
I didn't know that.
Well, it's kind of like that. It's the same band, but, you know, minus 2 members. So that allows us to wait for the other 2 members to get their stuff together. And in the meantime, we can start to create and build something brand new, get our chops back up to speed. It's all punk rock. It's always going to be the same, but going to be more political leaning on the stuff that we're going to be doing. So subject matter is going to be different, and it's going to be good though. We already got a demo recorded for the first song after the first practice. Everyone's pumped about it. It was good. It was really, really good.
I'm excited.
Good news.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that was probably the highlight of the week right there. Just trying to scoot out of work early. I shut it down real early, bolted over to the practice space. Man, weird after a full year to just get in the room with the guys and just crank up. You take those things for granted. You're like, oh, this is just a normal thing. But then you realize it, you know, you can't take that stuff for granted because who knows when it will happen again.
So
Richard Brian Collin, when's the last time you jammed?
It's been a minute. I do sometimes on my own. Like I played drums earlier on my daughter's drum set. It's like a smaller version of it. You know, it's a kid's drum set. But my daughter plays guitar or tries to. And she's kind of into it and stuff. It was fun to play some drums. So. But that's about it. Like I haven't really played guitar or tried to write songs in years, to be honest. Still trying to remember my band's songs for when we play again. Or how to play them.
I like how Grand Champ got in the fucking chat. What the fuck? Lincoln, you were gonna say something before I cut you off, bud. What were you gonna say?
So is the River City Rebels album still gonna be with the River City Rebels, or is that gonna kind of be pushed over to this new band?
No, the RCR stuff is still it'll just separate. The album was already ready to go, so it'll be more time. Who knows? We're just waiting on those other 2. Like I said, Patty Bo being busy. I can't. You know, it's hard to schedule when he's busy months in advance because he's trying to do stuff months in advance too. So that's weird. But then we also have JB with her hand being all screwed up, and her schedule's tough to navigate around too. So it just ain't the right time to do it, but that's okay, you know, because out of this will come something new, something fresh, and it's all good. Same spirit, same attitude, just a little different paint.
It'll all.
Yeah. What else here? All right.
That's
Finding some hip hop stuff.
Noriega. Yeah, Noriega is awesome. Nori.
Not bad at all. What else is going on, guys? Anything else? I mean, like, what are we thinking? What are we thinking about right now?
Gotta go to
Might
work
go
early.
see.
Sorry, Lincoln. Go ahead.
No, no worries. I would think I might go see Clutch this Friday. Burlington.
They're from Maryland.
Weird. You know, my drummer loves Clutch. Like, loves Clutch. I can't. A lot of people love them. I personally cannot. I've never like had any sort of connection there. Like, I know they're good at what they do. And it's not like I'm like, I hate them. It's like chocolate ice cream. It's like, okay, it's not like it's bad, but I'm not going to ever want chocolate ice cream on its own, really. You know what I mean?
My dad loves Clutch, though. That's kind of his thing.
So your dad's a big fan of Clutch.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. And that's weird. Like, Clutch has this fan base of just, you can't predict who likes Clutch. That's the thing. You can't look at someone and be like, that's a Clutch fan right there.
Yeah.
I seen them play a wedding, and they allowed outside people to come in, the people that had the wedding, and have like an actual show at their wedding. It's pretty dope.
That's
but
cool.
They played songs I'd never heard of, because it was all the songs the people getting married picked. They wanted to say. It was pretty cool. There's like chandelier up top of me, and people were like moshing. People moshed a Clutch, which is weird. It's kind of like Primus. It's really weird. Like, people moshed a Clutch. Like, there'll be a mosh pit there. If you
used to, when River City Rebels lived in Seattle, we lived above a club called the El Corazon, which was like the main club in Seattle for bands. And we lived literally above the stage. So Clutch played one night. Oh my fuck. The whole apartment was just like, they were so loud. And this club only held like 400 people. It's not a big club, but they just had like this backline of backlines. And it was by far the heaviest and loudest show. The fact that you could just sit upstairs, like in the living room, and like listen to Clutch play, it was odd. Awesome. It was cool. That's cool. my one memory of Clutch, being like, that was all right. Chris is saying Clutch is okay. There's better stoner bands out there, and yeah, I kind of agree with that comment.
I don't really think they're a stoner band.
They get lumped in with it, though.
I don't think they're a stoner band. They're more rock and roll, but
riff rock.
They're definitely the Fish of Maryland's rock and roll. Definitely. People go hard on them here. They like their Clutch.
Yeah,
good band though. Just I've never really got into them too much, but great to see live. You're gonna have a good time, Lincoln.
Yeah, I think it's a win-win, really. Really can't go wrong with it. You know, it's a show, it's live music, and they'll shake the room. That's a guarantee. Yeah. I mean, nothing better than
then you're gonna want to buy all their CDs.
Yeah.
They have a lot of albums too. You're gonna.
That's what I was just about to ask. Don't they have like a ton of stuff?
A lot.
I wouldn't even know where to begin with those guys.
At least 15 probably studio albums.
Jeez.
They have a lot of albums. My buddy got like a box set of theirs on vinyl.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
It just came out, right?
Out last year, maybe on a record store day. It was massive. Uh-oh. You guys hear me?
Yeah. My drummer just picked it up too. It has all the autographs and signatures in it.
Yeah, I don't think he opened it though. But I held it in my hands, and he paid a lot of money for it, which I was like, wow, I paid that much money for it. And he already had all the albums, so which is, you gotta like Clutch, I guess. I got some more stuff if you want to show.
Yeah, we might as well. We got another 15 minutes of hanging out. So if you got more stuff, let's do it. We got 7 people hanging out right now, so that ain't bad. Come on now.
That's 10 people total. Let's do it, bros.
Pretty much party.
So I found like a Americana lot. You know how you find lots at thrift stores and you see people's collections. You're like, okay, you know how it's going to go when you start going. But I picked up these America vinyls.
Okay,
this is a studio album. Might be like it's a later one by them. So don't really know much about it, but they're in really good shape and not like scratched up. I'm gonna grab it. This is like a greatest hits. So I don't know if anybody likes America. They're okay.
It's okay. It's something you put on. You wouldn't turn it off, but it's probably it's like chocolate ice cream again.
Yeah.
You want me to throw that? You want that in your pile?
Let me dive deeper into that album, and I'll let you know.
You let me know. Right. Get rid of those. But I'm gonna grab them. Found this bluegrass album, Chieftains.
Yeah, isn't that like that's Irish music, isn't it? Folk music, Irish folk.
They're from. Yeah, I guess. I really don't know. Pretty sure though. They have a lot of stuff. This was kind of hard to look up because it's like later on. I think it's like live.
But yeah, if you ever find the dubliners, let me know because that's what I'm looking for.
This is pretty cool because I've never found a Charlie Daniels band record.
That's a beauty. Is there any big singles off of that?
I wouldn't know. I don't listen to Charlie Daniels, but I've never found Charlie Daniels. So.
As far as like country rock goes, like he was on point. Like it's legit. You should give that a spin before you pass it on.
Yeah, I got one of his records earlier this year, and I was actually really impressed by it.
Surprisingly, really good.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Here's another band I don't really like, but it was in good shape, so I'll probably get it. Moody Blues.
Oh, we discussed this. The Moody Blues. Yeah, I can't.
I mean, it was like 50 cents, so how do you get that?
You look at him and you can tell it's not going to be good. Look at the guy's fucking mustache.
Man, I don't know what it is about that band. Can't do it on this. Gordon Lightfoot. This might be a couple weeks old. I just had it in a pile. Not sure.
I mean, that's a good find. Gordon wrote some really good songs, singer-songwriter stuff, but it's on point.
Let me know about that too if you want that before I get rid of it. Then I probably found these like maybe a month ago, but I think I forgot to show them. I'm just now getting around to looking at stuff. On this Dave Brubeck box set.
Oh, is that sealed up?
Yeah, bro. So it looks like it comes from like a Book of the Month records, whatever.
Okay, so it would have been like one of those like BMG type things where you signed up.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth a lot. I think I looked it up. It's not like really worth a lot, I think. But at least when I listen to it, it's all going to be sounding good.
It better be.
And I did actually find a real old one of this from the 60s. Kind of cool. Got a little ring wear. I wish it didn't, because I could get rid of it a little better. But I'll probably just keep this in my own collection.
Some good jazz goodness right there.
Real nice old jazz. And last of my CDs. So.
Oh, yeah. Flying Burrito Brothers. That's awesome.
It's live, so I'm going to put that in your pile. But
thanks, man. Much appreciated.
I grabbed these. The Scissor Sisters. Any of you guys listen to them?
Oh, Scissor Sisters? I'm familiar, but I've never really rocked it.
Yeah. I like their symbol, too. The scissors with heels at the bottom. Kind of cool. They literally sound like Bee Gees and ABBA and like Elton John all mixed up. It's pretty good. My kids love it. I put it on. They're just like, yeah.
So it's good dancing music. It feels good.
Yeah. If you're into ABBA or Bee Gees, like It's basically the modern version of that stuff.
I like the Bee Gees.
Bee Gees are great. Yeah.
I found this very weird CD with Rick Danko on it with some other people.
Yeah,
Eric
once
Anderson.
again, I mean, the two Dankos you found were obviously together, right? They must have been from the same lot.
This must have been in there, and I just didn't see it. But the thing's all messed up, like the CD doesn't go. All the little pieces are broken off.
Yeah.
These Ryko ones usually break. But it's pretty cool in here. I'll show you because it comes with like their catalog.
Oh, all right.
Townsend. And as I was going through the catalog, I didn't realize Timothy Leary had albums.
I didn't know that either. Is it the Timothy Leary?
So I looked into that, and this came out in '69, and it had Jimi Hendrix on bass, Buddy Miles, Stephen Stills, and John Sebastian.
Well, that's a hell of a lineup.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
And
And
how
then I
is
looked-
that? It must be really bad if no one fucking talks about it.
It's like weird psychedelic music with him talking over it.
Okay, that's probably why then.
But also kind of cool. But that's in the liner. But if you're interested in this, I'll throw it in, bro. I know
Yeah,
you
definitely,
like Danko.
definitely interested in that. Anything Danko, I'm such a big fan.
That Danko. Yeah, that's it for me, though, of finds.
Well, I got a few more. Might as well, since we got nothing else going on.
Oh, yeah.
I found a Ron Wood record.
Nice.
Give Me Some Neck. This is one of his
Give Me
solo
Some-
albums. So cool. Everything Ron Wood does is it's on point. I rock this record. It's not as good as some of his solo stuff, but once again, not a bad listen for $5. I'll do that all day.
I don't know Ron Wood.
No.
It looks cool though.
I will grab.
I mean, you know him from the Rolling Stones, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So and he was in the Faces as well.
Huh.
Which is, Faces are goddamn good. And he plays on all of Rod Stewart's solo albums too in the 70s.
I love Rod Stewart.
Yeah, me too. Rod's number one. So
Rod
the
Stewart.
fact that Ron was playing all those guitar parts.
Yeah.
I found this at the
He
thrift.
made some money for that.
I'm not a huge fan
Right.
of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, but the record was in really good shape. Same thing, Richard Brian Kahn. You're just like, you can't leave it behind because you don't see it that often. The condition was good.
Yeah. Gotta try it, too. So.
Yeah,
So the-
I'm going to rock it. Do you know anything about these guys?
I found a few of their albums. I've listened to them and probably gotten rid of them. But yeah, big band. I don't know really what to say about them. Not bad, not good in a weird way. I don't know. They're in the middle. Oh my god.
Oh,
Man, this Some Girl, probably my favorite Stones album. And I'm pumped to have it on vinyl.
That's awesome.
Got the first Distillers album on
that's
vinyl.
cool.
That's dope.
God damn, this album it's you talk about a perfect punk album. She fucking nails it. The whole band nails it actually. I got to see them live when this was going on Warped Tour. They were still promoting this album and with Tim Armstrong from Rancid just hanging out on the side of the stage watching. He's like, "You want to see my wife's band play?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." With you, Tim? Let's do it.
I would have loved to see that. It'd be cool.
Yeah,
That was-
it was surreal
Dope.
to have that happen. I fucking hate Eric Clapton, but I grabbed this right, and I actually listened to it. I actually listened to this album.
Yeah, you get
It wasn't as bad as some of the Clapton shit. He thinks he's like a reggae artist here, so that's
I don't
that's
like
better
Eric
than
Clapton.
being a shitty blues hack. So I'll take that. I'm trading that in, but
yeah, you get something for that.
yeah, it's
You don't
not
even
a
have to
super-
like it.
It's not a super expensive album, but at the same time, the condition's good. We got the DeFranco family featuring Tony DeFranco.
Nice, bro.
Still
He
sealed
looks
up.
cute.
Yeah.
Bro.
So this is bubblegum pop. So this would have been right there with Partridge Family, with the Cowsills, Jackson 5. This was like the Canadian version of it. They have one album, and this is probably better than all those other bands. Well, Jackson 5 probably not so much, but this is right up there. Really good stuff. And on the back, it has this cutout like standing thing.
That is sick.
I could $12
Damn.
brand new on eBay. I'm like, brand new? Are you kidding me? I'll take that.
Devo must have listened to him because they did that later on.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got the Lower East Side Stitches.
How do you pronounce that album title?
Staja 98 LES is what I'm guessing. I don't know what that stands for. The album came out in 1998, but these guys, New York City, obviously.
8 is it 8?
This was like the band that was compared
Staja
to like
98.
Staja. I don't know, but they were much like Rancid in the sense that it was some legit street rock coming out of New York City, and they were kind of like the kings for a minute of that movement and that scene. And the singer was a bartender at the Continental when we used to always play, so I'd nerd out and get drunk while trying to chit chat some music with him.
That's awesome.
It's a great album too. It's a near perfect punk album. The Pirates. These guys are wonderful. 3-piece. They dress up like pirates too. from England, late 70s, pub rock, super aggressive. Just the beat goes on for days with these guys. Really up tempo.
You get that here in the US?
What's that?
You grab that from here in the US?
Yeah. That's yep. That was I found that in Keene, New Hampshire.
Wow.
Finally picked up a copy of this Cockspar record, Shock Troopers. So, I mean, it's a repress, but at the same time, I'm good with it. You like punk rock and oi music, like it doesn't get any better. Shock Troops.
That looks cool.
It's pumped to find this Flaming Groovies. Power pop, rock and roll stuff from San Francisco, mid 70s, kind of Stones influenced. It's really good rock and roll. This is like a best of, so
really
it's
cool.
Dual records. I love that cover.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I saw you posted that and I checked it out. It was really cool.
Yeah, no, they're weird too. They're just all over the place. They don't really stay to one thing, but it's just good blues-based rock.
I've never heard of it. That's really good.
The last thing I paid up for this, I paid like $38. This is The Pains of Being Pure at Heart. This is their second album called Belong. Probably my favorite band in the last 5 years is The Pains of Being Pure at Heart. If you guys haven't heard them, think like Smashing Pumpkins, but way catchier, way noisier, near perfect.
I've never heard of them. And if
I've heard of them, but never checked them out.
First two albums, it is like the best of Smashing Pumpkins meets like the Vaselines meets My Bloody Valentine. It's just noisy. It's just fucking. But the drums are driving, super melodic. I bought the singer from that band had a solo album come out a few months back. I pre-ordered and bought that. That was good. Everything he's done is really good. So it's good to be a fan of music every once in a while. You find stuff like that and you want to support everything they do and keep following the story.
Oh yeah, Dan, do you have this? Do you want this?
I got to double check. I feel like I had that at one time, but I don't know.
that's a good.
I'll give it to you if you want it.
Appreciate that, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure I got some CDs. I'm sure I could trade you away too. I know I do.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts tonight as we start to wrap up?
Some good pickups.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of good vinyls there. A lot of good vinyl.
Yeah, I went nuts. Like it's since I'm done kind of collecting video games and DVD box sets, I've come to an end because I've got everything I want now pretty much. I'm like, you know what? I gotta beef up the vinyl before I'm kind of done with that for a while.
Yeah, I was kind of sad at the show I went to because none of the other bands had vinyls. Just Undeath had some.
That's really
They had
that's
like
odd.
CDs, they had like a CD or whatever, but it was mainly like shirts. You know, they're all just selling mad shirts. But no, there was no vinyl. I didn't see anything. It's really weird because I might have picked up one from another band, but they didn't have any. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
But people were buying CDs. I saw people with CDs in their hand, which was kind of cool to see. Undeath sold a lot of CDs. I saw a lot of people buying that too. But yeah, it was good to get out finally. It's been so long. All I do is work.
Yeah, what's
I
up,
think you'll
Lincoln?
dig it. They only have one album, so can't like.
I just got to check them out. They sounded really good from that clip, and the name is cool, so I got to check them out.
Yeah, it's got that old school, aesthetic to them, right? They're kind of bringing it back a little bit. Is that what the vibe was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude was playing a Les Paul Jr. Never seen any death metal band play a Les Paul Jr. Like he had
with
soap
a
bars.
P90 in it.
The soap bars, and like it was like I was like, and the other guy was playing a Strat with single coils. I was like,
RBK. I think nowadays, I think they make processors now for all these guitar players, and they all go through these processors, and you can pretty much sound like anything you want instantly with any guitar that you're using.
I noticed they had some PV amps too, which is kind of cool. Old school PV stuff. The bass player had an old school PV bass head, which is really cool to see. Yeah, they were just basically playing cranks and crank speak through PV. They sounded good. I was impressed.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Glad to get out.
Yeah, there's like no shows coming through that I care about, so I'm bummed out about that.
Yeah, if I even went to the Wu-Tang show, man, be so many people there. I don't even want to be in there. Be like this. So, and with COVID and stuff, and everybody wearing masks. No shows around you. What were you saying? Nothing going on.
There's nothing happening at all. I think Henry Rollins is coming next year, so I'll probably go see that. That's not music; it's just spoken word. So,
where is he coming?
I don't know. The tour dates were just announced, and my buddy hit me up about it. So, I don't. Maybe Albany, so a couple hours away, but kind of close.
I was lucky to see him do spoken word. It was cool. At a dinosaur show. Dope. I love Henry Rollins.
All
right. I need to catch up on all the stuff I never watched by him.
Oh, Joshy O'Day's here. Yep, that's right. My little brother Joshy. Josh, we're just hanging out. We're just talking music, some pickups. Richard Brian Kahn went to a metal show this week. He saw some metal bands. Probably all stuff. My brother Josh, he listens to a lot of music. He might have known those bands, maybe.
It was awesome.
But at this point, I think we're gonna wrap it up for the night because I don't think we got much else to say. I'm glad that Lincoln joined us this week. This was fun.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. I mean, had we known it was going to go down like this, we would have had a little more structure to get you in on it. Had you known, you would have been like, man, I need to get some music real quick here. I need some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
But cool, Lincoln. Thank you so much for hanging
Thank
out,
you.
and everyone at home, we'll see you next week. And until then, just you do what you do, and you toodaloo.